things like asthma and bronchitis. You know, Ayurveda, I think Charaka says that the root of asthma is in the stomach. So from modern medical perspective, it's completely baffling. No doctor would believe it, you know, and yet now we're seeing the research is coming out that asthma and bronchitis are associated with this imbalanced digestion. Eczema, psoriasis, acne, hives, rheumatoid arthritis, even mental disturbances, anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue, even schizophrenia recently has been related. Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, liver disorders, and other conditions. So truly the Ayurvedic principle that systemic wellness begins in the digestive tract is coming to be validated. And some of the causes, just a short list of Agni-Mandya, digestive imbalance. Stress, number one cause, I think both in Ayurveda and modern digestive science agree. Improper diet, especially issues we've been hearing about fast food, processed food, frozen food. Even leftovers, a very big issue and difficult for people in modern lifestyle to deal with that, but yet we have to educate them in better ways to eat. Irregular lifestyle, inadequate rest, especially sleep, toxins, both endogenous and exogenous, genetically modified organisms, and chronic disease itself disrupts digestion. I wanted to mention the enteric nervous system. This is fascinating because if we think about stress as being the major cause of Agni-Mandya, how does that happen? Well, Ayurveda talks about the pranavata and apanavata connection. So vata is said to be the king dosha or leading dosha because it's the only one that moves. It moves the other two doshas through the whole body. And the king subdoshas, subdivisions of prana and apana, they're said to be the opposite sides of the same coin. Prana, mental, moving upward, apana moving downward and creating the flow through the GI tract. And if those two are not in proper synchrony with each other, then there's a backup. Apanavata will not function properly, and so it leads to imbalanced digestion and elimination. And the way we understand this in modern medicine now, we know there's an interconnecting network of nerve fibers and neurochemicals in the GI tract which are in continuous communication with the brain. And this is called the ENS, or the enteric nervous system. And the ENS manufactures more neurotransmitters than the central nervous system. In fact, about 80 to 90% of the body's serotonin is actually made in the gut. So when we talk about having a gut feeling or warm feeling in our belly or something like that, it's really true because this is 80 to 90% of serotonin and other neurotransmitters are made there. So there's a two-way communication. The brain, the emotions and the thoughts are stimulating neurotransmitters which affect digestion, and then in return, the digestive system through the ENS is producing neurotransmitters that affect the mood and the whole way that we process thoughts and emotions. This has a lot to do with the gut flora, which is another area we don't have time to go into. But it's a nice way to understand that pranavata, apanavata interaction. So finally, for treatment of Agni-Mandya, in Maharishi Ayurveda, our goals are to enliven the body's inner intelligence, to promote homeostasis and self-repair, to balance the three doshas by applying specific strategies to restore digestive health and remove ama. And generally, we always want to consider the diet, an Agni-Dipana Ama-Pachana diet to remove ama. Proper use of spices, natural medicinals, which are much overlooked in our Western approach to diet, digestive teas, sipping hot water routine, herbal preparations, properly applied purification. And then, of course, and in Maharishi Ayurveda, always central, is the mind-body, issue of mind-body balance, starting with the transcendental meditation technique, documented efficacy we've heard so much about during the conference. We have to encourage all our patients to transcend. Yoga asanas, pranayama, daily and seasonal routines, self-massage with herbalized oils, and moderate exercise. So in summary, our approach to digestive imbalance, modern medical findings support the ancient Ayurvedic principle that balanced digestion is key to systemic wellness. Maharishi Ayurveda offers time-tested knowledge and procedures to create balance at the most fundamental levels of consciousness and physiology through a multimodality, holistic approach, including mind, body, behavior, lifestyle, and environment. Thank you.